Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So we just ended our stream for Supreme Plus Hodgkin, and in this video we're going to give our first impression on our day 1 Supreme Plus testing for this character. So first of all, before I continue, right, this is a day 1 impression, so stay tuned for my final verdict after about 1 week of testing across all the different Dream Realm bosses, across all the different game modes, as well as upcoming game contents itself. So starting off, I think Hodgkin as a character is a decent one, but it's a character that's born in the wrong meta. In a sense, I think his kit is actually really good in dealing against some of the more like physical centric team variances, such as like Triple Assassin, the old CCR teams, or just the old physical centric rush teams like Mauler Rush, for example, at least on the PvP side. So PvP side usable, PvE side usable as well. Not so much for the Dream Realm side, because I think the only thing that he has going for his Dream Realm side is additional damage from Ardent Believers, as well as the Enhanced Force ability to reduce physical defense. But if you want to be used as a debuffer, you got to defeat Kruger, because Kruger right here sets a really huge benchmark for the debuffing side of things. And even with this massive like physical defense debuff that Kruger provides for the team, he's not even running an endless Dream Realm boss side. So that's why I don't think, right, our dear Hodgkin is gonna do much, because his whole kit is not hyper damage centric. This one does quite a bit of damage, but his damage numbers are not impressive. So like I personally don't think you will pull for him, right, if you are gonna be very focused on your Dream Realm side of things. If you take a look at his damage numbers, really low, even lower than Shakir. So I don't think he's a Dream Realm character, right? From the PvP side, there are possibilities to run him in an anti-melee team, anti-physical teams in general, but the current meta of things in, I'll say, normal arena, at the very least for most servers, right, they are, for example, Lily May store teams, right? We have Tarsi teams, Tarsi Tailing team in this map. We have Iron teams, Iron Armor's Burst with Arden. We have maybe Dino teams, right? So out of all these top tier meta PvP teams right now, the only team that is good against is the Dino team, because of the physical nature, right? But the thing is, I don't think he fares that well as well. And the thing is, Hodgkin can also go in the Zoo team, but Zoo team is also pretty beaten up by the current meta, at least with like whatever units that's really strong right now. So Hodgkin has the potential, provided the meta is more physical centric. It will be, I'll say, like this good anti-physical unit that can be used as a tank, as well as a disruptor, as well as a debuffer, right? His summons itself, it's funny because you would think that this summon is very tanky, inheriting 60% of his HP, but after using him even with Floral Shield itself, it feels really frail. So I feel that these 2 dead type warriors over here is more for the disruption purposes. It's like suicide like believers that just charges at the enemy, kill themselves, debuff them, and then do damage to them. So that's what I feel about these Ardent Believers right here. But for the arena side, at least based on our initial testing, we haven't really found a team that would make him work consistently, right? There could be good teams out there for him, but we need more testing. So that's my thought about the PvP side. He's okay, usable, but the thing is, it depends on your matchups and also how the meta shifts. So that is the PvP side. Now moving towards every other game mode, this character is actually a pretty decent AoE unit as well. So from a battle drill perspective, with the cannon fire ability as well as the debuff ability, I think you can definitely run him for battle drill, for clearing of minions, for relentless rumbles where you need physical attackers, you need AoE damage, as well as some disruption, and also like a semi-tank on the front line. So Hodgkin is this ability, which is a semi-tank, which is a AoE damage dealer, disruptor, multiple things built in, jack of all trade, right, but master of none. So that's the initial impression. Now for the last one, I'll showcase the PvE side. So for the PvE side, unfortunately, I'll showcase him being usable. Okay, so we'll clear this team first, and then we'll run through the team that I want to use later. So right here, we're gonna clear this. Pardon me, because we are in the 2000 stages, so might be a little bit challenging, and I might have to reset this a few times. Manual Smokey's ultimate here, because if not, I can't clear this stage, by the way. Okay. Time to use the ultimate. Should be able to clear the summons on the... Oh, we use our ultimate a little bit slow. Yeah. Gotta time it. Pardon me, gotta retime it. So in the PvE setting, Hodgkin as a character is, I'll say, like, usable against a multitude of annoying enemies, especially those that are physical centric by nature. But if you're fighting against such a this magical centric units, for example, like these few units over here, it's gonna be very, very challenging, because like this magical damage dealer is just gonna shred him even with the ethereal form. So I think I'll try one more time, right? If I fail, then I will just skip to the Hodgkin match, because I want to showcase the damage numbers for you guys, but provided I'm able to win. So let's go. I think with you win, we should be able to clear this. Yeah, because I want to showcase some damage numbers with Hodgkin, some interesting findings. Okay, second ultimate for Smokey. Hold the third one. Wins ultimate go through, so we can hold our Smokey's ultimate. Okay, use the ultimate now. Do the most damage to the front win, so we should be fine. Okay, done. We clear this stage. Yeah, should be clear. I think this one is left with very little HP. Okay, nice. Now we're gonna show the Hodgkin team. Later we'll showcase some damage numbers. So for Hodgkin's case, I think personally Hodgkin can be used as a tank if, for example, on the enemy's team we have a whole bunch of physical attackers, because his second skill is basically him standing on the front line and taking no damage while healing at the same time. So that is something that you can consider Hodgkin for. Right, tank position against physical teams, against physical enemies, provided you have enough support. Another thing that's good about Hodgkin is that he's able to provide 2 additional bodies, which is good if you have units like Mikola, which wants you to have some form of unit advantage. And this unit is also good against melee characters or characters that crowd around him, making him an even more decent tank, because his skill over here steals energy, right, to power his ultimate for him to do AoE damage, as well as debuff the enemy if you have him at Supreme Plus. So he does quite a bit, but against the enemy right here, we're running Sisir, Ludovic, together with Hodgkin as the core for the Grave One side. Because we use Smokey and Odie on the other team, I'm using Damien as a heal for this one. And then we are putting in Odie to deal with the really annoying Igor in the AFK stages. Okay, so let's start the battle. I think he's gonna be this really good answers against some of the very annoying melee monsters in the AFK stages, and his 2 additional body actually provides that additional tankiness for him. So from a certain extent, I think he could be a decent tank character, right? But I mean, we have a whole bunch of really powerful ones, so I don't think you will be putting him as a tank, but he's usable, just as suggestions. Okay, let's try it again. So we need to keep Ludovic alive. So Ludovic is there for the heal, Sisir is there for the control, the physical damage, the AoE physical damage to synergize with Hodgkin. And then we have Odie to do with our dear Igor over here. Okay, so control root. Hopefully Ludovic don't die. Okay, Ludovic casts the ultimate. Please don't die, Ludovic. Damien, save the Ludovic, please. Okay, nice. Okay, Sisir throws the ultimate, please, control. So you can see that Hodgkin is just standing and tanking really well on the front line, even at this massive deficit. Okay, we're starting to pop the enemy with OD, should be fine. Okay, nice. Cool. We're gonna clear this. Okay, nice. Okay, so we're gonna run through some numbers for you guys to see. So the carrier of this team is without a doubt OD as well as Sisir, but I think OD did a lot more damage. Yeah, OD did a lot more damage because OD is higher tier and has a higher EX weapon. But you can see that our dear Hodgkin right here, right? He does a pretty good job tanking, not because he's a meaty body, because he has the immunity, which just allows him to stand on the front and take no damage. And at the same time, the 2 bodies that he summoned at the start provides for that additional body to soak up some damage. So that is one reason you can use him for AFK stage. We're gonna try to do one more, see whether or not we match into decent enemies. So magical. So this is magic. We're not gonna use Hodgkin here, right? Because they're all magical by nature. It's gonna not survive that well. So right here, there's 2 magical physical. Another way to use Hodgkin is to use him as this Vala bait right here. Okay, so right here, what we can do is this. We do Iron Almas Carolina with Cecilia, I guess. Yeah, we can do that. We can do it. Iron Almas Carolina with Cecilia. Where's Cecilia? Cecilia. Okay, so this is Iron Almas control. Okay, let's go. So we use him as a bait for Vala. So Vala will be targeting him, right? And the thing is, Vala will be always hitting him. So the target focus will always be on him. And he is going to be able to soak the damage really well, because he's just going to take no damage even though the attacks are hitting him. So that's why I say he's a perfect Vala bait. Okay, so died to morale there, but I think it's fine. Okay, so the engine started, managed to stall long enough for the backline to deal damage. So that's one way you can use Hodgkin as well against Vala in general. Okay, so this one I'm not going to clear the subsequent stage. I think I've showed enough on the AFK stage side. So that's for the PVE side. Okay, so PVE side, Hodgkin is definitely usable, multi-purpose unit, and quite a few synergies moving for him. And then for the PvP side, usable as well against certain matchups. Maybe in Supreme Arena, because in Supreme Arena you have more team varieties. You have both units from the physical and the magical spectrum, so you can choose who you match Hodgkin into. Obviously better into the physical teams, but I think against certain magical teams which are weak to, for example, his like energy stealing abilities or just his debuff ability, so that he empower the other physical characters, I think Supreme Arena side is usable as well. So generally usable character, not super duper meta on day 1 of release, and that's pretty much the first impression of this character at the Supreme Plus tier. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. See you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.